Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you happy watching this Risco in Tokyo, coming at you with some more Bind and Isaac. Oh my god! Quill! Jitters out of a cloud of pixels like an adorable glitch. I love that. You've got some of the best intros. It is wonderful to have you here. I hope you're doing really, really well. That was a fabulous picture that you sent me. I like the dress. It's a nice dress. I hope that you're getting a lot of joy out of it. I know that... Oh, Alice! It is very good to see you as well. I hope that both of you are doing excellently tonight. You got no particular issues or worries beyond, you know, like the world being on fire, as it always is. Hopefully the world is not too on fire specifically where you are. Got the toes crossed that you're not dealing with a specifically large amount of fire. Why did we have like a Lilith run queued up? The dress is good, a little too large, but it was only 15 bucks. I mean, you know, 15 bucks covers a lot of potential flaws. I don't know why we've got a Lilith run queued up, but we're just gonna take it, I guess, because why not? This is a crap item, and I hate it. I think that... Risco, that was silly. I think that the last time, like, we just played, like, trash, and I might have jumped into the run instead of canceling out for some reason. Hit the wrong button? Something like that. I don't know. But no, yeah, like... $15 is a fabulous price point, especially for something that makes you so happy. So very good with that one. I know that I wouldn't have probably tried dresses if the one that I started on hadn't been like $5. Finish up last teaching week of the year. Oh shit, right, because it's like fucking December already? What the... How and when and why? November just departed. November was like a joke. Nah, I would have liked to have had bombs, but we ain't likely to get one. But there's this X-Rock right here. Actually, I mean, it's currently a rock. It would have been an X-Rock if we had bombs. But, I hope... Now, like, I'm gonna guess that because it's so close to the holidays, that the kids are probably really jazzed up and energetic. And hopefully that's translating into fun kids and not, like... uncontrollable monsters. I'm wearing the first women's clothes I ever bought, a pair of pants I bought from a confused Thai woman in 2015. I feel like there's a story behind that, but let's hear it for nostalgia and euphoria. Both of those things we're pretty okay with. Alice says, I already can't be more than... Oh my god, Sci-Fly. 20 minutes in the local mall because everyone is Christmas shopping. I hate that for you. I loathe that. That sounds awful. The Christmas decorations are up here, but they were, like, largely up as soon as Halloween was over. Thankfully, at least we don't have any fucking, whatchamacallit? Hi, Brain Meats. Any day now. Thanksgiving decorations, like, that's not a holiday that Japan has decided that it wanted to try to appropriate for selling purposes. I want to go with Deals with the Angel. I'm feeling like Deals with the Angel. Christmas is not big in Japan. It's like, I mean, it's not big in the same way that it is in the US. It's not like a cultural monolith, but it's definitely something that stores recognized they could use for marketing, and make kind of a bit of an event. So, like, you'll get a lot of places that'll do, like holiday or winter illumination that's very much kind of tied to Christmas. There's certainly toy sales for the kids, but like it's not the kind of analogous as far as kind of sort of cultural meaning would be more Shogatsu, New Year's, where you kind of like, it's a thing and you get together with the family and there's like special meal and everybody's watching TV all day, like that kind of shit. Now, Pestilence, I would like you to fuck off. How about, but if you just fucked off, I mean, what about that? Have you considered that? That might be a good idea. Quill says, I was on a cruise through Southeast Asia. An obnoxious gay guy bought a rainbow pair, and I became obsessed with getting a similar pair for myself for some reason. I wonder what that could have been. But I'm glad that you did. Also, Hirunda, wonderful to see you. Hirunda, you're a witch. I mean, in the best possible way, but you do witchcraft. You're gonna be burned at the stake for heresy? I guess we'll never know. It's so mysterious, Quill. For those who are not sure what I was saying to Hiruna, if you look on my Twitters, which I still have and I hate, the last thing that I retweeted, which might have been before the stream announcement, is this little thing that Hiruna did in LBP that just looks amazing. This neat little lightning effect. Even if you're not like an LBP kid, I do recommend giving it a look because it's fantastic. But if you are an LBP kid, and then it's like double fantastic because it's just like, how the fuck did Hiruna do this? Not if I zap him first. I mean, you're not wrong. That's a good point. You get like all Palpatine on him. Oh, Hive! It is wonderful to see you, Hive. I hope you're very well tonight. Also, I didn't say this to you specifically, Hiruna, but I hope that you as well are very well tonight. I hope that neither of you have more stress in your lives than you feel like you can deal with at the moment, because boy and howdy, isn't there a lot of that going around. But yes, it's delightful. It's always delightful to see all y'all. I feel like I had a more thing going, but everything has been just like kind of a lot, and my brain meats are kind of, I guess, working-ish? Ish? We're gonna go with ish. Well, I guess we're playing this now. Hate that. But I will take this. Give me something cool, motherfucker. That could come in handy later, but it's not really gonna come in handy now. Making that lightning bolt, I use floaty peach material for the... Oh my god! Floppable! I love it, Floppable! No worries at all. Also, that amuses the hell out of me, you don't know, because I kind of feel like... Did you come in to LBP through LBP1? Because I kind of feel like everybody has a floaty peach material phase, or at least everybody at that time did. Plopple says that's 100% why I have a pair of AirPod Pros in my bag at all time. Hold on a second, I gotta check. That was the Quill. Quill says, got a pair of nice wireless earbuds. I've been using them so much to deal with the crowds when I go shopping. That's... You both got a pretty good idea there. I would like to listen to more music, but my iPod kind of sucks. It was actually my brother's iPod. He donated it to me. And, ooh. Lucky Toe. We gotta go Lucky Toe. But it doesn't hold like a charge anymore. Hive says, someone said BNA was the trigger anime everyone forgot about, and then I brought up 2 trigger animes that no one remembers. I mean, but BNA is also not particularly remembered. That's like the furry one that just doesn't... There was issues with, oh no, unfortunately it's not poppable. I had the iPod Classic, like the classic, and I think it just stopped working. And then I had that kind of... The next version of Classic after that, which was fabulous, the one with the gray faceplate, which I loved, and then it just decided that the headphone jack was no longer going to work, which really pissed me off because it was a really nice bit of kit. It held so much music, all the musics, and then like my dad died and my brother kind of donated to me his iPod Touch, and that was like such a step down as far as storage space. It was almost a joke. I missed my Classic for so long. I missed my Classic because I could put pretty much my entire library on the Classic, and I sure as fuck can't do that with the iPod Touch. It's only recent years where I feel that phones have caught up. But like, so the iPhone that I've got, there's no actual headphone jack. Which, like, yeah, I mean, I know there's wireless headphones and all of that, but I don't know. I had a jailbroken iPhone Touch, and it was fantastic pocket PC when I was a kid. It was shit for music, though. It does feel shit for music. I use the dongle for my wired IEMs when I'm at home. I'm going to admit my old person ignorance here, but I have no idea what an IEM is. Is it an improvised electronic music? In-ear monitors. But wait, but how? Because monitors are for your eyes, right? And if they're in your... Do you have eyeballs in your ears? Is that like a thing? Is this BoI time? Because I'm here for it. They're not monitors. What did you both said that they're fucking monitors? It's right there. You're like in-ear monitors, but they're not monitors. What the fuck does that mean? Why are you teasing me? Is this teasing? I'm okay with that. You can tease me. I mean, I don't have like a kink or nothing, but it's a term used for in-ear earbuds. One of the big uses is for live artists. Oh, hold on a second. Because it lets them monitor other artists' tracks. So like when Ozzy Osbourne is singing Harry Mason, he might actually be listening to like, I don't know, Aerosmith? That's wacky. Hive says they're only called that because musicians use in-ear monitors, and then people were like, okay, sure, we could sell it to normal people and still call them IEMs. Musicians are weird. It means the live band's tracks. Okay. Okay. I kind of like the idea of musicians listening to another musician's music while they're playing, but, you know, it could be that too. Chomping a huge pickle. What? Wait, what? I don't know where that came from, but I'm happy with it. You chomp on that pickle. That sounds... I don't know how that sounds. Is that okay? Does that sound okay? I feel like that doesn't sound okay. I'm doing a chomp. Chomp it, just rend into it with your incisors, and then you get the molar action working there. Just in case this is a euphemism. I know it's not a euphemism, but still. Actually, you know what? Let's not imply that it is a euphemism. I feel like that would be kind of gross. I mean, not gross, but it would be presumptuous. That's the word that I'm going to use. Hive says they're monitors because they're meant to be neutral sounding-ish, so it's an accurate reproduction of the music for music industry purposes. Okay. Okay, that... I can follow. It still feels senseless, but I can at least follow it. Studios use desktop monitor speakers. Music studios, right? Interestingly, AirPod Pros have a surprisingly neutral sound. So they're sitting out the war, is what you're saying? Because I don't know if I could respect that. Are they centrists? Is that what they are? Are they centrists? There's too much happening in chat. Somebody's got to be the bimbo, and I'm fine volunteering today. Quill, thank you. Thank you. Because otherwise it was going to be me. They're the kind who's like, if I die, tell my wife. Hi. I don't know why that makes me, like... I don't know why that worked so well for me, but it did, Floppable. And I super appreciate that. There's some super fine Chi-Fi IEMs, though. Chinese Fidelity IEMs? What? Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured that was the Chai there, but Chi-Fis are really great. Is there, for like the uninitiated, that's me, I'm uninitiated, is there a particular reason why that they're really good? Hidunda says, I just went live with my bass-heavy hi-fi headphones because they are heavenly levels of comfy. Man, all y'all that have like some idea of sound and how it's supposed to sound, I both respect and envy you. Because I'm just like, whatever it sounds like through my cheap-ass headphones, that's what it's supposed to sound like. And that's clearly not true. Because they make the materials, the internals for other companies, and then in the downtime, they run their own stuff. Okie dokie. Flubble says, usually good bang for the buck. I like both bangs and bucks, so that works. But I don't like the Milwaukee Bucks, but that's more just like not really being a sports fan in general. I don't remember the Milwaukee Bucks being particularly egregious as far as like shitty sports teamery. Chinese hi-fi scene is hugely competitive and cheap. Nifty. That feels very nifty. Hive says you could be like me and drop an obscene amount on hi-fi headphones. Oh wait, that's in response to Quill. I got expensive headphones years ago, then bottlenecked them with the old as hell motherboard in my PC. Okie dokie. So because like the PC was crap, that the headphone quality couldn't really shine through, you could grab a pair of Moondrop Chews for 20 bucks and actually have surprisingly solid sound quality. Hey, I'm learning so much tonight, and there's no way I'm gonna fucking retain this. I hope y'all know the retention is not gonna be there. There'll be no retention. And I hate that. Cause you all are edumacating me. Flumple says my Diokos are heckin' planers for 100 bucks. Wait. Like, now we're talking about D&D? You can't... Look, we gotta stick to a topic. You can't just be jumping around the board here and not letting me know. I was like, okay, I'm getting comfortable with the sound quality topic. I don't really get it, but I'm learning, and that's great. And now you're like, oh yeah, but let's talk D&D. Please. Please. My last PC had a motherboard I learned recently was released in 2004. I mean, that's okay, that's actually like literally geriatric for any PC parts, so... Oh, Kettle! It is wonderful to see you. I hope you're doing super well tonight. Hope that life is not giving you any more bullshit than you feel capable of handling. And if it does, I hope that life shows its face so you can punch it. Like, just give it the punch. Mama. Now, we could go... I think we should be able to go to Boss Rush, even if we end up having to fight the Angel Statue. Panda says that's why I don't let my dad have a hand in tech choices anymore. That seems perfectly fair. I mean, I can't really rag on your dad, because I don't think that I should have a hand in my own tech choices, but at the same time, given what you've told us about your DAW and tech, that seems like it's probably for the best. Kettle says I'm tired but can't sleep. We'll try again in a couple of hours after I drink coffee. That's a whole mood. We've been there. Do you have the, like, the stimulants actually put you to bed thing? Because I'm very much, like, in that boat, but only randomly. Pretty fly. The dingus takes over any project I try to start and just fucks it up and makes it my problem. I hate that. Quill, I hate that. He sounds like a dingus. The fool. Oh, thank you for catching the automod, by the way, Hive, because I sure as heck didn't. I guess we could go to the shop. Coffee always makes me tired, but drinking a cup and napping refreshes me surprisingly. That's a fine mood right there. Actually, that's kind of what I did today, except I woke up and then had a total panic because I thought that I was late for my new job. And then I was like, oh, no, that's tomorrow. And then I had another secondary panic that I thought I was late for the stream because it was already pitch black. Luckily, when I checked the clock, it was only like 5:30 in the evening, so we were okay. But it did spook me. Oh, okay, cool. Was checking up about the automod. Gotcha. Flopple says the carrying case is an actual oversized tank of a thing. Probably good. The shell is glass and aluminum. Wait, what? I mean, we all need dingus in our life. If we didn't have dingus, how could we say dingus dangus dongus? We would be screwed. I feel like there was a thing. I was supposed to say a thing. It didn't have anything to do with dingus or dangus. Oh, fuck. Take your creep. Now, we don't want to be just, like, throwing away damage like we usually do when we get to the womb, so we're gonna not do that. I think we're gonna strive to not do that. I got all these bombs. I should probably be using them. Dingus, Dangus, and Dongus are my 3 Roman fail sons. Have you been playing Civ again? Also, I love that. Oh, that's actually a good pill. That's a shitty room, but that's a good pill. We're okay with it. Currently 157 bucks on Amazon. Amazon Australia, though I paid 125 for them because of Black Friday. These are just so that I get myself like back on track. This is still headphones, right? We're still in the headphone talk. Okay. Okay. I mean, 125 bucks for a pair of headphones seems like a lot, but I imagine is probably, as a point of fact, not a lot. That's probably like actually a drop in the bucket. It's not a lot for what it is. Gotcha. I have very little capability of actually tracking dollar value of things anymore. It's very much a drop in the bucket. Oh, right, that makes sense. A drop in the bucket is a small thing. Not a drop in the bucket would be a big thing. The current headphones I'm listening to you on... Oh, no, Hive, you can't! You can't, I can't let you do that. You've got to put on cheap headphones for my cheap-ass voice. I can't imagine the $500, like, price point is helping things at all. When it comes to audio, price can jump so high, it's absurd. I feel like that's a thing that I've picked up listening to audio talk with y'all, because I know that we've, and this is not like a, this isn't like a backhanded way to say stop talking audio, because I do enjoy it, but I feel like in previous audio talks that have come up, like, the degree to which audio prices can jump is something that I've kind of internalized. Flubble says, my interests are generally more affordable but decent audio. That's fair. Now, okay, Hive, I gotta know, Hive, like, do you take those $500 headphones and do you listen to 8 tracks with them? And does it improve the experience? Good finds can last forever. Oh, so they're kind of like boots, Hidunda. Hive says to Alice, it's an actual audio processing. These are the cheapest reliable earphones I found that don't make me feel awful for listening to them. Huh. Imagining a bunch of water drips jumping out of the battle bus to drop in the... Do we have a battle bus now? Or is that just like a general thing? Because I want a battle bus. And if we have one and nobody informed me, I feel like whose name is on the deed? Because it's not mine. Finding good audio devices is like finding a good pair of shoes. That's like, it's a serious pain. The shoe pain is real. Come to me, my red chest. Give me all the guppy items, because it would be funny. There's pure chaos between my ears tonight. Oh, Guppy's head, love it. I don't know why my brain meats are on like a total innuendo kick tonight, and I hate it. But they are. This is a mistake. That's why we're gonna do it, because it's a mistake and it's funny. But I want everybody to know that I acknowledge the fact that it's a mistake, and we're probably gonna get fucked. Get fucked! Then again, I'm a basic bitch. I want to plug a headphone into iPhone and then listen to Septic Flesh. I mean, that's a mood. Floppable, we are on the same battle bus. We're gonna just like take battle bus for our own, I think, because I love it. Just had the thought, man, this battle bussin', and I don't know where it came from or what to do with it. I like that though. It's cute. Also, this is a podcast I listen to where one of those is an audio file, and every time he talks about audio stuff, I'm like, my man, You don't need to meet a guy at night in a shady corner to get you a contact of a guy that can see you $1,000 speakers, which is a thing he actually did. I want to buy completely innocuous items as though it were a drug deal. And I'm not even joking about this. All of the excitement of the drugs, but with none of the potential arrest? That's amazing. Also, it makes it sound like the speakers that he got are like really fucking hinky, like they're haunted or something, and I love that. I'm a big fan of the idea of haunted speakers. Quill says I marked a roll at work last week, sent some kids to take it to the office, then looked at the pen in my hand and said, "Where'd I get this pen?" in front of the whole class. Oh, I bet they loved you for it. I bet the class found that absolutely adorable. Oh, buggery. I did not want that. And I don't really want monkey's paw. I think it's trash. A large chunk of that class. Fuck them! Now I want to come down there and fight those kids. Where do they get off hating on Quill? Just boys being brats mostly. I mean, there's a future in that. I'm sure they're gonna make a lot of friends that way. So I mentioned this before, but one of my grandpa's friends is the only audiophile I know in real life, and he's not actually one because he buys audiophile equipment to hunt ghosts. I love every word in that fucking sentence, Alice. And I would love to meet this person, even though I realize that is absolutely impossible. And also, it's got to get queued, because first up, I've got to get to Australia to beat up Quill's class. But after that, I would like to meet your ghost hunting grandfather's friend. No, wait. Order of operations is wrong there. Your grandfather's ghost hunting friend. Completely different. The first one implied that your grandfather was the one hunting the ghost, which is clearly not the case. Do not beat up children. They deserve it, Hive! They deserve it. They can't be, like, fucking mucking with Quill. Also, like, I could totally handle a pack of kids, and that's not without its importance. Grandpa goes ghost hunting to meet up bandmates, hence investing in audiophile equipment. I mean, you know that there's definitely like a late 70s, early 80s Hanna-Barbera cartoon in that. I feel like that should totally be a thing. Okay, Hive, would it be better if instead of beating up the children, if I just roughed them up? Just a little bit of roughing them up? That would be okay, right? You would accept that. One would hope. I could just push them a little bit. I'm just over boys being allowed to behave badly while the girls at least pretend to pay attention. This is a legitimate move. Mood. This is a legitimate mood, Quill. I wouldn't accept anything that would get you in trouble. Ah, but, like, I'm pretty sure that it's only trouble if we get caught. Which, okay, granted, I do kind of stand out in a crowd, but I feel like I would stand out less in a crowd in Australia than I do in Japan. I will tempura anybody who says boys will be boys. Yes, you could tempura them with a rock. I don't think that would work, but you could. But I don't think that would work. But you could. Now, do we want to? We could go to the void. Now, I'm gonna put this up as a poll because it'll take like 20 minutes to beat Hush, so there'll be lots of time for people to get their opinions in. But would we rather go to the chest and fight Megastan, or would we rather go to the void and fight Delichan? Because I feel like either are viable. Boys will be boys, where the second boys in that statement is a variable that you assign based on your parenting. They may not be beaten, but they will be battered. Oh my god. That's amazing. Quill, the bangers that you just come up with offhand is... What the fuck? That one's good. That's not just good because it made me happy and made me laugh. Like, that one's good. What the fuck, Quill? Today's Cooking with Risu, where tempura deep frying these veggies. Only a rock. Using only a rock, I guess. I don't know. I feel like there's some metaphor there, Hirunda, but I don't know where I was going with it. Alice says, tired boy will be boys, wired boys to men. You know, yeah, Alice. Boys to men. Fucking hell. I love y'all. Y'all are just like... I don't deserve y'all. Not even a little bit. She's a rock because that's how she rolls. Man, just like the fire that you all are on tonight. I don't know where you get this energy. This year is year of Goblin Mode. That's true. That is true. Wait, Alice, which one sounds like the title of an action movie? Year of Goblin Mode or Boys to Men? Boys to Men? That sounds awful. Oh, absolutely. That's very action movie adjacent. Okay, this is not going well, and I hate it. I seemingly did not notice that we only actually have 4.5 damage once we take a hit. And that's kind of a problem. Because we have no speed. Oh, fuck me sideways. Okay, look. This is... We might be on the death loop. And I hate that for us. But I seriously misjudged this fight. That does mean... Would the flies like to be active here? With the flies, I hired you at great expense to myself so that you would fuck shit up, and you are distinctly not fucking shit up. I am disappointed. We are gonna go up. We are not gonna go to the void because we don't have the we don't have the health for the void, unfortunately. I do feel like to go back a trice, I feel like the year of Goblin Mode could be like a 90s Tarantino adjacent crime slash, not exactly comedy, but comedy in that like Danny Boyle like Snatch vein. It would probably be on like a double billing with Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead. Or maybe Romeo is Bleeding. Oh, that's why we lost. That's one of the reasons we lost health, because we spent money. Right, we can't spend the monies. Because we've got Greed Skullet. Also, this reminds me there's an Expendables 4 coming out next year, where the only two old action guys are Stallone and Dolph Lundgren, and also 50C. When exactly did 50C become an action star? I mean, I know that there's the whole video game, but okay, so it's purely related to the video games. Got it. Got it. Did I tell you all about my Apple Music Rewind? You did not, Hive? Is it amazing? Does it show us that your most listened to song is that new fucking Metallica song? Which I probably shouldn't append fucking to, because I actually haven't listened to it, but in the 2000s, so he made a bunch of direct-to-video action movies. I love that. I love that for him. Well, I mean, at least he's got you as a fan, Alice. And that's important. It sure is a new Metallica song. I haven't listened to it yet. My most listened to song is the Ed Credits song for BNA. I mean, that's... At least that explains why BNA came up earlier. One of these days I'll watch Book of Powers. Isn't that like a DC comic? There's like Tim Powers, it was done by Neil Gaiman. Neil Gaiman, excuse me. Wait, no, Tim Powers is not the character from the Neil Gaiman Sandman spin-off comic. Tim Powers is the dude who wrote Declare. Neil Gaiman. I mean... Okay. I mean, it works. It kind of works. I'm not sure if that one works, but the Tempura one might have drained the battery. Quill. So hopefully that one's gonna that'll recharge it. Hyde says it's more of a Nyobim song with Metallica isms, more so than Kill 'Em All was. There are several words in that sentence that I have questions about, Hive. Well, okay, there's just like the one word, but it's in conjunction with everything else that makes things confusing. Powers of 50 Cent made drama about himself as a legally distinct himself that has 2 spin-offs, and Eminem is there for a season. What the actual fuck? I mean, you're not wrong, Quill. That do be how it goes sometimes. It has 6 seasons and several spin-offs. What the fuck? I leave the US for just 19 years, and everything just goes and gets weird. I watched the highlight reel for Apple Music Rewind thing, and it started with Night Running from BNA, then transitioned without warning to a Wilderun song, then transitioned to the Rebuild 3.0 1.01 soundtrack, then transitioned into another Wilderun song. Are these... Is this good, Hive? Are these results that we want? Oh, for fuck's sakes! Its spin-offs are named Power Book... No! No! Alice, no! They did not! They did not fucking call a movie Power Book? Is it like Apple branded throughout the entirety? J-pop, death metal, a pop song, and more death metal, as it should be. Hive. That sounds good. Oh, they're TV shows. They're not movies. Not even Power Book. All these shows are ongoing. What? I am honestly just... I feel like I walked into an alternate timeline that 50 Cent is a media juggernaut now. Juggernaut. Flobble says my Apple Music Rewind is like Taiwanese folk metalcore, some emo-core, and a bit of grindcore. Now, Floppable, and this is not the snarky question that it probably sounds like. This is just an honest, like, looking for granularity. What is the difference between emo and emo-core? Because, like, emo is an existent genre. Like, grind isn't by itself an existent genre, so we toss it onto core to make, like, grindcore. But emo is a thing. I mean, just emo. Oh, no, you're okay, Floppable. It's like, because the thing is, like, there are so many genres that there being granularity between emo and emo-core is something I could completely believe is a thing. Oh, for reals, Alice? I did not know that. Honestly, and this should just say so many awful things about the preconceptions I have. I, for some reason, had it in my mind that emo was like a spin-off of shoegaze. Clearly, it is not, but... Emo originated in the hardcore scene. I don't know why that should blow my mind, but it does, and I hate it. Even Fall Out Boy's members played hardcore originally. I will accept any music y'all send to me. I'll even listen to it. Also, this is kind of like the most trash build that might actually win. Thinking about how the drummer for Fall Out Boy is an anarcho-primitivist. That's not like one of those, like, reject modernity, embrace tradition type of things, Alice, is it? Because I feel like I kind of would... Yes, it is. I hate that. I hate that. Because isn't that, like, always a front for the fash? Does he use like a classical Greek statue as a PFP? Give me dead cat, you fucker. Oh no, you're just gonna be like that then. What a trash. What a shit of piece game. My top song is BNA. Top artist is Hold on a second. Wilderoon, and my top album is the Rebuild 3.0 1.0 soundtrack. I don't know what all my top stuff is, but I kind of feel like if they did it, if YouTube did a similar thing, Thought Crime would probably eat it up. Because that's been pretty constant, like the last however long it was since Floppable recommended them to me. Thought Crime, Sleater Kinney, and that one song from Sneaker Pimps. You know, that one song. Flopple says, I was kind of amused by Kenny G on the latest Imperial Triumphant album, though. Wait, is Kenny G still alive? What the fuck? That doesn't seem right. I feel like Kenny G's rock and roll lifestyle should have killed him by now. He does a saxophone album in Imperial Triumph track. That, not a thing that I expected, Floppable. Oh, a sax solo. Okay, so that's... that felt... Yeah. I thought it sounded very fractal. Folk, mellow death, jazz fusion, 80s style video game soundtracks, death thrash, video game soundtrack. I love that. I probably do have, like, a lot of video game OSTs in my... all the shit that I listened to this year. I don't have Spotify, so... like, I don't have anything that would help me track that. Which is probably ultimately for the best, but also kind of weirdly disappointing. Because I do love useless trivia like that. Oh, that sounds kind of neat, Flopple. No, Kettle, I'm so sorry. That was just a bit. That was just me doing a bit. I do not believe that Kenny G ever had a rock and roll lifestyle. At least nothing that I've ever heard about him indicates that. It was funny in my head. I don't know why, Floppable, but like the adjective I most strongly associate with the Portal soundtracks is despair. I still like them quite a lot, but they are very much like the noise of despair. Oh, Portal the metal band. Gosh darn it. Like, I feel like this is the second time that this has happened. Oh, you're absolutely on track, Floppable. That is very much the Kenny G that we know and love. Or at least the Kenny G that we know. I suppose it's probably saying a little bit too much the Kenny G that we love. Portal the, Now, Hive, is that supposed to say disco death? Or is disso death a thing? Like, disassociated of death? Oh! Oh, as in dissonant! I mean, it's close, I guess. Like, oh, it's the sound in my head when I dissociate. They turned that into a music genre now. I love everything about that. But unfortunately, I was wrong. I hope you're all pleased by my wrongness. Wait. Flopple says, when I saw them, he had a horned headpiece, a veil, and tentacled fingers. I kind of like that. He then says, given that I share a Spotify subscription with my family, I have no clue what my rewind would look like. It would look fabulous. Hidunda, it would probably look absolutely fabulous. Flubble says, Portal's a band described by my partner as I've never seen a band so technically proficient, yet devoid of any melody. It sounds like me, except for the part where technically proficient, because I'm not that either. My favorite recent metal discovery, however, is Grinder, the grindcore band with actual coffee maker as the oh my fucking god! Hive, that sounds amazing, but also isn't like Grinder... Isn't that like a dating site? Oh, okay. It's E! How would I fucking know? It's not like one of those words I ever see. Wait, Grindr is a Tumblr thing? Is BDS Embler also a Tumblr thing? Asking for a friend? Grindr is the dating site, and it's a wretched pit of dudes who don't respect boundaries. I hate that. I hate everything about that. There's like enough of that in real life. Oh fuck. Well, you know what? Like, if we die against Megastan, that's actually okay, because we have that cat. And we've already beaten BB. So, we could just, like, go to the exit and end the run. Which admittedly is kind of cheap, but I am also kind of cheap, so it's okay. I would like more fire, thank you. Could we have a little bit more fire? But not from you, Megastan, from me. Back in the olden days of Tumblr, when people were busy complaining about staff instead of laughing at them, someone went and made a plugin that added all the functionality that people wanted for the site and called it Missing E. And that became Grindr? I feel like I'm missing a couple steps here, Hive. Which is okay. I mean, that's, you know, pretty consistent for me, but... Then it died because staff change in the API killed it. Well, I hate that. We want to run! Woo! Oh, Kettle says, okay, I'm going to retry going to sleep. I'm glad I caught your stream, and I hope to catch the next one. Have a nice night. Kettle, best of luck to you with the sleeping. It was wonderful to have you here, even if it was for a little bit, and you're always welcome to drop by in the next one, which should be Thursday. I don't know why I said should be Thursday, because it's basically always Thursday. But yes, please sleep well, and only the pleasantest of dreams. But Grindr is missing an E, so I found it funny that I was mentioning missing E because Tumblr history. Okay, that's the connective tissue there, Hive, that I completely missed out on. And that's not on you. That's 0% on you. That's definitely on me. I am, because we got an hour and a run. I'm going to take a short break. I'm going to stretch. I'm going to have myself some OJ, because OJ is always good. And a cigarette, and then I'll return. But until the time of my returning, I leave chat in the capable hands of Hive, and I'm opening the link now, but I will check it after my stretch. Vitamin C, yo! It's the bestest.
Also, fuck yeah for the cranberry juice. Fuck yeah.
Alright, we are back. Oh, I should check that link. Oh, that's the grinder. So I'm gonna have, I will listen to that. What? Why does the album art look like a late 90s Beastie Boy album picture? I do not know. I will listen to that after the stream, but the link is open, so I'll be able to find it again. Grinder, and the opening for Grinder would be Hoagies, or possibly Po' Boys. I'm not... Wait. This is not the file that we need. Oh, yes, it is, because we played Tainted Lilith. That makes more sense. I'm going to try an Eden run. I don't know if it's going to work, but... Opening for Grinder would be Cannibal Corpse. But Cannibal Corpse is not another name for Submarine Sandwich Hive. I feel like there's a different joke going on there. Oh, Cannabis Corpse! It's still not... It's not another name for a submarine sandwich. See, a grinder and a hoagie, they're orthogonal, is the thing. They're not exactly the same sandwich. There's a difference between grinders, hoagies, submarines, and po' boys, but,
Experimental kill. Range down.
This could be very good, or it could be very terrible. We have, as our starting item, I do not want the beggar. Eden Soul could be exciting for us, but you see, caffeine is a drug, and the twist in both bands is vocals related. Oh, right, because Grinder is they've got a coffee grinder. Is their lead singer. We need a tears up, because this is trash. Our tears rate is just garbage. Now, this is probably going to be a thing that would only really be of interest to Hirunda, but, so I started that... Oh, Quill! A pleasure having you here as always tonight. I hope that you sleep very well, that you wake very well rested, that your dreams are lovely dreams, not shitty dreams. We're not down with the shitty dreams. And that your students stop being assholes. I'm gonna go with stop being assholes. Hive says I can't beat them up, so just harshly, I will speak to them harshly, I guess. Which honestly is probably something that we could actually arrange. I could yell at them over the phone. But I kind of like that, Hive. I do like that our jokes are like passing each other on the highway. Oh, Kronos! Actually, perfect timing, Kronos, because I was just gonna say something about the archive series. And here you are. So I did start that new LBP archive series, and I said that, you know, I wasn't going to make this a big deal. Wasn't looking to do a daily upload, just maybe 2 times a week would be fine. So I'm already up to 23 recorded episodes, and it doesn't show any signs of slowing down. You can't beat them up, but you could probably hire someone to beat them up on your behalf in a way that's not traceable back to you. I mean, that's clever. Hive, you're clever. Also, I really wish that we weren't fighting these fuckers, considering that we've got no DPS. That's good, especially if you're pacing the uploads. Well, I mean, I'm pacing them at an upload a day, so... You know. I do think that doing more than 1 upload a day would be... kind of a lot. but we are sorted, like, through... almost through December. So... even if I had a less intensive recording schedule, we're far enough ahead that, like, I could probably keep it up on daily uploads. Sorry, I've got these hiccups that don't know if they want to be hiccups or if they want to be burps. And it's really kind of gross, but hopefully that's not coming through. I have run into a slight problem though, Kronos. And the slight problem is that I have a definite skill cap. And some levels are hiccups. I hate them. Ludo! Ludo! Wonderful to see you tonight, Ludo. I hope that you're doing very well. I hope that both you and Kronos are having no more stress in your lives than you feel like you could deal with, because I didn't say that to Kronos previously, and I should have done. But yeah, I was trying to do some Minska levels, like trying to get like at least one Minska level that I could clear, and that shit wasn't happening. They are quite difficult, and I kind of hate it. But it is kind of a problem as an archivist, because, like, I can't... I cannot let us die. We are not allowed to die here. Because it's a little bit... You know, it's hard to archive a level if you can't even play the level. And it's your fault. I mean, if the level's broken, that's not my fault. I did have one of those today. But... like, I couldn't get past the first section of one of these Minska levels, and it was really getting on my tits. And not in the good way. It was definitely the bad way. Ooh, Black Candle. That's, like, very good. That was an amazing get, and exactly what we wanted. Also, now that we have a black heart, we can pick up that eternal heart. Also, again, probably only interesting to Kronos and Hirunda, but LBP1 shooter, like side-scrolling shooter, and it was a lot. It was very neat. It was also, like, incredibly awkward, and just absolutely dog shit to play, but it was cool. I think the archive episode for today, because the LBP shooter is going to be the one I initially found was for Little Bite-Sized Planet, and it's going up on the 23rd. Oh, Jilly Beans, how you doing? It is wonderful to see you. I hope that life is treating you well. I hope that you've got all your fingers and toes in the land of frostbite, as it were. I did miss from Kronos. Nothing much on my end, though. I did miss the art contest deadline. I hate that, Kronos. I do hate that. But you posted that the whatchamacallit? Your, like, year to date so far, and I liked all of it. It's, like, really good. Jelly beans? Close. Finally not driving working during the stream. It is a pleasure to have you. And I'm glad that you're not driving in general, because that sounds like... it sounds like crap, honestly. Doobie doobie doo. I gotta... What do I gotta do? I feel like there's a thing I gotta do, like, as a general life thing, and not like a stream thing. A post office! I got a post office! If any of y'all want, like, a New Year's, probably gonna be late, greeting, I would do that, but y'all better let me know. Because the shipping from Japan to anywhere is kind of pants right now. I gotta get to the post office. The government's gonna give us like $500 because utility bills are... Wait, why is Australia on the banned list? Holy shit! Jilly, are you okay? Blew out a tire on the interstate on Friday, handled the immediate emergency better than anticipated, and all is safe. But it was not pleasant. No! I imagine not, and I'm glad that you're safe. Send you Japanese legal highs. Do I have access to any of those? I should, though. Oh wait, I did miss a couple of stuff. Let me click pause and scroll up. Oh, wait, that was from Ludo. Oh, I did talk about those. You're right. What did guess what? Hive says tried drawing again and was terrible, and I've regressed a bunch. And Kronos responded, I can't even draw on paper anymore. Okay. Why? Wait. Why was Australia on the ban list? Unless it's just full of bans? And also, did Jilly, to your tire story, that does remind me of, oh, I hated that. That was terrible. The time that we blew the axle driving to the crematorium, and it sucked. Thankfully, like, not... I mean, I guess the road down to Racine is technically an interstate, but not like... It's not like a 4-lane highway or anything. But that was a big ball of no fun. Plus, you know, because, like, there was a dead body in the back. I do remember that there was a farmer that came over to check up on me, and I was really concerned that he would take a look in the back of the van and be like, why do you have a corpse back there? Wait, it's 4 lanes now? What the fuck? That was not necessary. I hate that. I hate everything about that. I-94 got big. What the fuck, America? You don't need to do this. Oh, wait. Hedonid says, might head off to bed. My matchbook is prepping to cook my lap. We would not want that. Like, unless you're into it. But we don't want that. So, Hedonid, it was lovely to have you here as always. I do hope that you rest well. I hope that you've got no bad dreams. And that we see you on Thursday. I think that covers all of it. I did once burn my legs with a matchbook. Oh my god. Oh, a MacBook. Okay, that's different. I was gonna say, like, you didn't really strike me as like a self-harm type Hive. I was kind of worried there for a second. I'm never gonna get a deal with the devil, and I hate it. The M1 MacBook Air is much better. I mean, Air can get pretty hot too. It doesn't have to be just surface contact. You know, the air can get heated, and then it could turn to, like, plasma, and that would be a bad scene. Wait, no. That's not how that works. Is that how that works? That's not how that works. Plasma is something else. I had, like, patterns on my leg from the heat of the old laptop? What the fuck? What are you people doing? Are you, like, slathering them in napalm? Oh, marine fact, hold up a sec. The lifespan of the sunfish in captivity typically live for around 10 years, while sunfish living in the wild are estimated to live up to 100 years. What the fuck are they doing to these poor lungfish? Or sunfish. Wait. Okay, sunfish. Completely different. Why? What, are they like, is it a torture dungeon? Are they keeping them in torture dungeons? Oh, Kronos, that's a fabulous idea. You should all do that thing that Kronos said. It sounds like a really good idea. Gaming on a laptop is never a good idea. I mean, you're not wrong, Ludo? She says, looking at her laptop, that she can no longer game on. Actually, like, let's just... I would really like the deal with the devil. I mean, 61% chance is not great, but... Oh, come on! We're just gonna hold on to this fucking Eden Soul forever, I guess. Back when Steam launched on the Mac for the first time, it used 5 gig of RAM just idling. That's bad, right? That's not good. I stand the laptop gamers. I feel like there's like a reason there, like because they're really bad or something. Isco, like why did you do that? Why did you do it like that? And there's spiders. It's always spiders. My gaming laptop literally melted the table. What the fuck? What the actual fuck though? I'm right with you, Alice. This just sounds like silliness. Wow, our DPS is trash. It is trash, and I hate it. My gaming laptop melted itself when I played PlanetSide on it. You know the covering that some tables have, where it's basically just particle board? It melted that covering. Oh, okay. Well, that's certainly fair. A 450-pound sunfish washed ashore in North Carolina about 3 days ago. Holy shit. Oh god, we're gonna die. I hate this. See, this is why you need tears. Because even if you've got decent damage, having no tears rate is just for shit. Just the absolute... The blurst. Oh shit, that's right, we got placenta. Placenta! Just give me a deal with the devil. It's so little to ask. Oh! Okay, I get it. That was a funny joke. That was a super funny joke, Hive. Why is it every time we do an Eden run on stream, why is it always just a trash fire? I don't think that's fair. We didn't do anything to deserve this. Like, it's not like we had a super great run previously, and then the game has gotta get revenge. We had just a completely normal Lilith run. Game, why you gotta be like this? You're just a jerk. Tears! Nothing that we want. Also, this is stepping back, like, pretty far in the conversation, but as far as I know, Hive, like, I don't think that shipping to Australia is banned from Japan. Like, I sent you that stuff a couple years back, right? And that made it there. I sent you a CD and everything. So maybe that's a thing from the US, but as far as I know, I ship Australia with Japan. That's... I don't see any way that that relationship could be healthy. That just seems like that's gonna be a problem. I hate that. Alice, I 100% hate that Hitalia was ever even a thing. I don't know who was out there like, we really need our World War II stand-in action, but... Wait, what? Oh, Called, how you doing? It is wonderful to see you. I hope that you're doing very well tonight. Hope that life is being gentle on you because you deserve life to be gentle on you. Apparently we're being cursed with knowledge of new Hitalia. Pretty well adjacent, I think. New job starts tomorrow. That's exciting, I guess. Got some errands sorted today. I paid a pretty big chunk of bills, which sucked because it was a lot of money. But at the same time, at least they're paid. So the job that I worked at previously that I quit because I had problems with the customers and my manager, basically press ganged me into coming back, and they offer a lot more hours than what I was getting at the curry shop. And honestly, as much as I hate the fact that some of the customers don't wear masks, considering that the last two jobs that I had, customers by nature couldn't wear masks, I kind of feel like it's shitty, but I don't really have a lot of space to complain. I mean, I've got a lot of space to complain, but it's more of the world sucks than the job itself sucks. It's the lesser of two evils. I mean, I will say that I did work that job for 9 months without getting sick, and then I got the curry job and I got COVID within, like, I think 2 weeks. So, you know, there is that. But the boss that I was having trouble with quit.
Experimental pill.
Which was the reason why, like, all the folks that I used to work with were like, you have to come back, you have to come back. And the last time that I kind of got this treatment from them, I was in the middle of stealing a bunch of stuff from the store. So I basically agreed to the job interview just so that they would leave me alone. Which I find hilarious. But my mother does not. But I think is fucking hilarious. But my mother definitely does not. Come back to the office. You have to now. But it's also totally safe. Gets COVID within 2 weeks. I mean... It does feel like that. And I hate every bit of it. These chests were garbage. I'm going out on a limb and saying that those chests were all trash. More hours that are more sustainable. I missed you saying that earlier, but yes, that is the thing. Like, as boring as the job is, it's a level of stress that I could actually do 8 hours of and not lose my shit. Which probably doesn't say very much good about me, but it do be that way sometimes. I don't think I'm particularly milking it by working at home for the rest of the year, but I guess I am. No, you are not. Hive, you are not. You are doing something that is completely reasonable, that everybody should be having the opportunity to do. You are taking positive steps to protect both your health and public safety. I do not want to hear the words milking it in relation to that. I am still sneezing and I am coughing. Even if you were not. Even if you were not. You still would be in the right to be staying home by any means necessary. Alice says I refuse to work in an office. Besides COVID, it's something I can't stand. I mean, Alice, I'm in the same boat as you. Like, I could not do straight up office work. Even if I were not, they would fire me if I don't have a valid reason to stay home. I hate that. I hate everything about that. That is shit. And it requires 5 layers of approval. Just... I kind of just want to say fuck the world. Honestly. I hate everything about how we've handled / mishandled COVID. It is absolutely a fucking trash fire. And the history is gonna end up being rewritten that we somehow did the best that we could have done and oops, just it was too much, and that's a load of bullshit. But I know it's gonna be like that. Or worse, like in the case of Japan, where it'll be, oh no, Japan did a great job. Did a super great job handling COVID. What? No, they were wonderful. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. COVID is basically mission failed. We'll get them next time. No, I mean, it's just like everybody died, mission complete success. COVID is great. I think everybody should try it. The lack of oxygen makes me extremely unpleasant. I feel like the first half of that statement and the second half of the statement, or the first clause in the statement and the end of the statement don't match. I'm down with the sickness if I wasn't clear. Like the original version or the Richard Cheese version? Because they both have their they both have their charm. Why do millennials think it's cool to be disabled so much? They're trying to get disabled. Part of COVID nukes. Kronos. Oh wait, that's not Kronos. That's Hive. Hive. That's the thing. I seen the thing. That thing. We're there. I hate it. I fucking hate it. Somebody was arguing that fucking being disabled is trendy now. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? I didn't get a test, but I'm pretty sure it isn't the flu because my lungs are beyond busted. Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, so that one, no, that means you're sick. Ludo, I hate that. I'm so sorry. I didn't get it. I thought like down with as in like average COVID enjoyer. That was on me, Ludo. That was totally on me. I apologize. And shit, I do not like that at all, Ludo. I am so sorry. Are you taking COVID like or Ludo? Are you taking care of yourself, Ludo? To the best of your ability? We got Fatago! They got published. It was in an article that got published. I hate the world, Hive. It's the least we can do when the world is a gallows. I mean, you're not wrong, but I still hate it. Oh, for fuck's sake. I am not dying. This run is finally kind of okay. Starting the month right by getting sick with the flu. Blurgle? That's a blurgle. I'm not down with any of that. Alright, and I only just remembered now that, like, yeah, you... Down with does mean that as well. Getting reminds me that one of my uncles was like, COVID is fine, it's just a sickness, we all get sick. Got COVID and is still like, I got COVID, it was fine, ignore that I was in bed for a month and I couldn't leave bed, it was fine. Wowzers and or Bowsers. I hate that. Every word of that, I fucking hate it. I am filled with loathing. This is me, filled with loathing. My guy said to me, COVID is fine as long as you pray to Jesus. Fuck! What? But what? Also, at what point did we get... When did we get the dealy bobber that we got? And by dealy bobber, I mean the trinket? Because that is basically the best trinket we could have possibly gotten at this point in the game. Luda says I'm handling it, but the lack of oxygen sure makes me sensitive. That's understandable and fair, Ludo, and I am not pleased that you have to deal with that, which, I mean, obviously I doubt that you're pleased either, but I'm glad at least that you are taking care of it. Hive says I do love being part of a multiple oppressed minority because I'm apparently the unreasonable one for wanting to live violently if need be. I can't do a violence, I'm bad at violence, but I hate it. I mean... It doesn't make me happy, Hive. I would like you to live. I would very much appreciate you sucking air for as long as humanly possible. And it really kind of, it does piss me off, not just a little bit, that this has got to be so goddamn difficult for you. Well, for any of us, but... Alice said, he said as long as you pray it reduces pain because God and Jesus will show up to... Fuck him! Alice, fuck him! Honestly. All the fuck. This man needs a pop in the fucking nose. Just right in the kisser. I am... Wowzer. I'm really not pleased with this. Hive says it's like any subsection of society wants me dead for some reason or the other. And they all they need one in the kisser as well. And I do realize that the kisser and the nose are two completely different things, but I'm still running with it.
Range down.
People suck. I'm taking the bold, hot position that people fucking suck. these punks can't even reckon with the fact that it's possible that Jesus could come to save via the proxy of modern medical science. I mean, no, Hive. You can't, that's not how that works. It's all gotta be like laying of hands, and it's a fucking miracle, didn't you know? Heresy! Stuffing instead of potatoes? Heresy! I am filled with the displeasure. Listen, he's gonna turn water into wine, and you could drink the wine if it cures you? Well, I mean... What am I supposed to do with that, Alice? I can't fucking drink. Jesus is a cock. Jesus is like, come on, have a drink. I'm like, no, Jesus, I don't drink. He's like, come on. Just like a little one. Just like a little drink. I'm like, Jesus, please. Please. You know I'm not drinking. I can't drink, I mean, we are there in the same boats. Our boats are in alignment.
Experimental pill.
He turns water into wine, and you drink the wine, and through substantiation, he turns... Hive, are you implying that like, does Jesus think that I have a piss fetish, or does Jesus get off on watching people drink piss? Is that his gig? 'Cause I never got that. Honestly, I just don't. I as long as everybody's consenting and they're, you know, they're cool with it and it makes them happy, then go to town. But I don't get the piss drinking. And vicarious piss drinking seems like even less of a thing. Like, you don't even get the dubious benefits of drinking the piss. Luda says, look, at least I got COVID on my own accord and not from a work decree. After a whole year of parties where I basically rolled the dice. Well, I'm not super happy about that, Ludo. But apparently it is what it is. Easy Rider 4, Easy Rider gets COVID. Did I miss? Was there a 2 and 3? Let's go up. I kind of like the chest. Hive says some friends made me do a kink test, and it was the most... This kink test was written by the straightest findom person in existence kind of thing. And, like, out of the 4 fetishes represented, water sports was represented in 2 questions. I mean, I feel like... Did you just... Water sports kind of covers the whole ground? Quite possibly literally? Wait, what? There's an Easy Rider 2? Easy Rider 3 being Wild Hogs. Wait, didn't we talk about Wild Hogs last week? I feel like we totally talked about Wild Hogs. Easy Rider 2, the ride back. Don't they all die, though? Doesn't at least one of them get shot? Admittedly, it's been a long time since I've watched Easy Rider, but a rich libertarian was an Easy Rider fan, so he funded an Easy Rider sequel where it's about how American imperial... What? And kids need to shut up and fight in Iraq? What? Fine, I guess. Fine, I guess. What the actual fuck, though? I love that we've just... Oh, that was inadvised. That was ill-advised? Unadvised. It was both ill and unadvised. Taking 15 volt was definitely not the right choice for us. I hate it. It literally has a scene where it goes, "Those damn hippies," in a sequel to... I mean, what the actual fuck? Somebody did not read the assignment. The assignment was not read. Was it Zack Snyder? Was the libertarian Zack Snyder? Because I feel like Zack Snyder has... He has that knack for not understanding source material. I was asked if the kink test was ace-friendly, and the very first question on the test was effectively, do you have normal sex? Fuck that, Hive! I hate that for you. I hate that for me. I hate that for all of us. That is shit. Alice, who is Rick Fox? Is Rick Fox a person that I should know? That's not me being snarky, like I honestly don't know. Hive says, my kink is making hypersexual people feel awkward and for assuming sex having as a baseline. You know, as well you should. Unless they get off on that. In which case, maybe don't. Because I feel like that would be using you without your consent. Former NBA basketball player that's now an esports guy. If we consent to the scene, I guess it's fine. That's fair. Damn, it's almost like all those personality tests are shit. You don't say, Ludo. I am shocked at this this report. I thought that they were all like on the money and legit. The internet lied to me? What's the point of a kink test? Usually people know their kinks if they're not like teens. I kind of feel like, Ludo, like with a lot of tests, it's something to show off. It's for your FetLife profile. Oh. Oh. We don't do tears down. We don't want bad trip. So I guess we stick with this. It's like insurance for kinksters. You know, like MetLife. But, you know, if you've got like a bondage thing going on. I don't know if MetLife is an insurance company outside the United States, so to all my non-US listeners, sorry about that. Maybe this is to check if you've got, like, hidden kinks, Ludo. Like, you wouldn't want to tell people, and this test would tease them out without your knowledge. Like, oh, you thought you could hide that you were into... I don't fucking know. Inflation? Something? That sounds like a Findom thing. Are Findoms into inflation, or are they anti-inflation? You can't just list your MBTI instead of doing a quiz on Quizilla or its descendants and then share on your Facebook profile. What is an MBTI? Thank you. Ludo, thank you. Good. I'm not the only one. This is such an educational stream tonight, and I want to thank everybody involved for that. Is that the eugenics test? No, that's the IQ test, Alice. The Stanford Binet. That's the eugenics one. You're more internet pilled than me. Wait, it's a thing made by Nazis that the corporate world and wine moms who think they are too scientific for astrology swear by. Oh my god! Alice was right. I'm sorry, Alice. I was mistook. That was kind of crap of me. Myers-Briggs. Not the Stanford Binet. Okay, so I was totally off. Wait, what? Coffee machine chicken? Did you see the coffee machine chicken from LinkedIn? What? No? Ludo? I don't even know what those words mean together. Corpo pilled? I hate it. I hate it so much. I don't want y'all to be corpo pilled. That sounds like something you should see a doctor about. We've got coffee machine lead singers, we've got coffee machine chickens. I'm glad as a 90s young adult that coffee is getting the representation that it deserves. Wait, was I supposed to be on LinkedIn? Is that why I had so much trouble getting a fucking job? Was that my fuck up? Is LinkedIn even a thing in Japan? I mean, if it's Japan, it's probably some kind of like MySpace precursor. LinkedIn really flies under the radar as a social media platform that's absolutely the most wacky. Traveling for work, and instead of eating a fancy dinner out, I've decided to cook a cheaper meal in the hotel room. Even though the hotel room didn't have a kitchen, I managed to use the coffee machine to cook chicken with butter and garlic. Although my company allows me to expense dinner while traveling, I wanted to save money because I know that every dollar counts on the P&L. It's the little things that get you promoted. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. First off, just abuse the coffee machine. Seriously. But second up, that you would do this kind of like corpo humble brag is just like, do you have no shame? And if you have no shame, do you have no class? One would imagine, Ludo, you kind of have to be. Fucking coffee machine chicken. I hate it. I hate it. Capitalism truly poisons everything it fucking touches. You get everything from tech bros to people who post stuff like, wow, it's work day, I am hype, to foreign ministers of countries trying to follow you, to people trying to openly union bust on there. Would you just... It's trash. It sounds like trash. And I'm glad that I'm not on it. LinkedIn tries very hard to be a respectable professional corporate social media site. It's overrun by libertarians or corporo-blooded. And hold on a second. Corporal-blooded so-and-so's writing about how to more effectively exploit the poor. We need a phrase that means, like, become the Joker, but is not actually the phrase become the Joker, because I kind of hate that phrase. Also, I'm spitting babies. I would like to point out the large number of fucking babies that are coming out of my face. Look at this! This is fantastic! Just waves of fucking babies. Oh, we're fighting Deli-chan. Fuck this. We have to. We might fail. In fact, there's a really good chance that we will fail because we don't have that many hearts. But wait, but Alice, like, isn't Green Goblin is like Super Corpo? And also former president of the United States? And also, I never could figure out what was going on with Norman Osborn's hair. Poor Norman and poor Norman's hair. I'm going to become the Sid Hag. I mean, there are far worse people that you could become. I don't... No, Hive. Ludo was very clear about this. Ludo did not say, become the Captain Spaulding. Ludo said, become the Sid Haig. Like, the actual... Now, Ludo, are you gonna invite the Revenant of Sid Haig to live in your body? How? He's now a good guy in the comics, and the Green Goblin, I hate that. Alice, I hate it. These babies, these absolutely fabulous babies are just, they devour everything in their sight. I'm gonna do a ritual to make him possess me. I think that is a good decision. I respect that decision, Ludo. I wish you the best of luck. I think that you might need to burn a copy of What Happened to Spider Baby. So make sure that you get an extra copy is what I'm saying, because like you want to be able to watch it afterwards. It's 100% just a setup so he can go Joker mode and become evil again. Oh yeah, like you can't... I kind of feel like you can't have meaningful character change like that. Unless maybe you're the White Queen. Because White Queen, she kind of stuck around. She stayed good, right? Or at least as good adjacent as White Queen can be. Oh shit, that's a really good point. You know what? Yes. Okay, Alice. I mean, Rogue had already done her heel face turn, like before I got into comics, but I did definitely stick with it. That is true. Oh darn it, I really wanted more fun. I wasn't ready for Deli-chan to pop up yet, but here we are. Now these babies hopefully will just destroy Deli-chan, because otherwise we're gonna eat a lot of shit. We are producing a startling amount of flies. Holy shit! Did I? What happened to his? What happened to Deli-chan's health? Because Deli-chan had health, and then did not. That was a fabulous. That was a good one. I like that. See, this is the power of babies. This is the power of babies. You want to be just like shooting those babies out of your cooter? I just wanted the chance to say cooter, and now I kind of wish that I hadn't taken it. Deli-chan TOD combo, 100%, indeed. Alice's X-Men is weird because of all superhero comics. Weird because of all the superhero comics, it sticks with a lot of the changes compared with other things, but it's also basically a soap opera's in comics form. There is a lot of fucking in the X-Men's, particularly in the what is it, the Krakatoa era. I was reading a Where I Read of that like whole age of Krakatoa section, and it just seemed like everybody do be fucking. They also, some of the changes they stick with are very bad, like having a British woman stuck in an Asian woman's body, and have only changed that like last year. That's ugly. Yeah, that wasn't, that was not great. That was extremely not great. That's what I said, Alice. Krakatoa. Alright, now that last one was on purpose. It is Krakoa. I had forgotten. I don't know why I put the extra T in there. There's no tea, lol. That's right, because all I drink is coffee. This was a great run, which means that the next run is probably gonna suck butts. However, because we're at the 2-hour point and I finished up that run, I'm gonna take a short break, get myself some stretching, have some orange juice, have a cigarette. We have both Hive and Kronos here with the whip hands in case anything gets out of hands. No tea because we're pushing for girl juice. This is true. Hive, thank you. That's like a much better joke than the one that I had. But sometimes you're like too close to a topic to actually to grab onto the joke. Yes, I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Oh, that reminds me. I gotta remind me to say the thing about the Reddit thing when I come back, because that's a thing. Gotta say that. Os! Good evening, my planet. I hope you're very well. I am currently on break. But it is a pleasure to have you here. Alright, we are back, and hi, Brain Meats. Work with me, please. A warmer welcome to mine, not shouted through the headset. My planet is wonderful to have you tonight. I hope that you're doing very well. Hope that life is not giving you any more shit than you feel like you can deal with at the moment, because that do be a thing that life sometimes does. Alice mentions that there's a TV show sequel to American Gigolo. Why, though? But why? Actually? I've said I just read someone saying, funny how ML starts being cool again at exactly the moment everyone realized crypto is a scam, and I cannot for the life of me figure out if they mean Marxist-Leninism or if they mean machine learning. What? Oh, the thing. Oh, it's not a big thing. It's just kind of it's a small piss me off thing, but it's a name someone reminded me. I'm not against you bringing up American Gigolo. I just don't know why it would become a why they would choose to do a sequel to it now. It feels like a very odd choice. Oh. It isn't reinventing, well... Fui-what? Fui-what? It's a name someone remembers. Okay. I guess. Like, I just don't see any cultural cachet to it. It's an easy cash grab thing. That's the weird thing, though, but, like, for what it's worth, gotcha. Like, it seems like a TV series is a fairly hefty cash investment. Like, I don't know... I mean, even a movie these days is pretty incredibly expensive, but I feel like a TV show, you've got expense over time. Getting reminded there's also a Limitless TV show. I don't know Limitless, so I'm going to assume that's not a good thing. I might as well take the 48-hour energy. It's not really going to help us. If it flops, they can destroy it or write it up. Oh, yeah, I suppose. I mean, they could write it off for taxes even if it doesn't flop, just to get rid of some queer representation, so... There's that. There's always that. Limitless is a movie about a super drug that makes you really good at things. I hate it. I hate it. Does it use the line we only use 20% of our brains? Please tell me it uses the line, we only use 20% of our brains, and that's why the drug makes you limitless? Oh, I fucking hate it! I hate it so much! Oh! God, do I hate that. That is the worst. That is the fucking worst. Actual cursed. It unlocks your true brain power. I feel like I could get that with antidepressants and stimulants, thank you very much. I don't need a super drug. I'm pretty sure that the drugs that we've got would work pretty well. It's like going Super Saiyan in Dragon Ball. I like that movie when I was teen-brained. Teen-brained is a good phrase. I like that one. Okay, I would like to not die here. This is actually kind of a decent run. Even if we got shit on in the first item room. But these spiders, they're gonna wreck our house. This book is about how it turns the person who took it into a libertarian, that's a bad thing. The movie is about how it turns him into a libertarian, that's a good thing. And then the show is a sequel to the movie where it's like, hey, that dude from the movie's kind of sketch, isn't he? Are we still talking about Limitless? And Oh, okay. Right, the drug turns him into a libertarian, not the book. Okay, so I was a little bit confused. I thought like, what if Ayn Rand was an author in the Cthulhu mythos? Which would be a thing. I think you could probably get a little bit of mileage out of that. I have talked about how the ultra-rich are kind of like the great old ones. In the show, there's a new guy that uses the drug to fight crime. I don't feel like the messaging here would get past Dare. I feel like Dare would not endorse this. Like, what's his face? The crime dog would. McGruff the crime dog would not endorse this message. Could I get a heart, please? That would be pretty great. I'm fighting crime because I'm too sick to do crimes. I mean, so, like, basically just the world has a negative crime balance, is what you're saying? Of course Dare wouldn't endorse fighting white-collar crime. You're right. I hate that you're right, but you're right. Did you ever listen to the Crime Dog album where one of the songs is a Steely Dan ripoff about how drinking alcohol is bad? I did... What the fuck? No, I did not. And I am deeply confused. Why? These item rooms are not... They're not up to snuff. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Hate that. I am not a fan of that. We need health, and we need it so bad. Oh, fuck you! God damn it! Damn it! I was liking that run. That was a really good run, too. Or at least it had the potential to be a good run. Fudge. But we got enough time to get one more in. So... who would be fun? Let's do Tainted Polly. Tainted Polly's got my favorite character sprite. Also, thank you, Alice. I will try to give that a listen after the stream. Look at this! They've got like a void in their head, like that one Uzumaki character. That is so good. This sprite is so good. Oh, before I forget, because I've now gotten sidetracked like 4 or 5 times, and it doesn't really even matter anymore, but, right, thank you, Hive! I was just getting to that. So I post my, my Little Bite-Sized Planet stuff on the subreddit for LBP on Reddit, I guess. I mean, that's implied by the subreddit. And I had, like, someone left a comment that... It's fairly rare that people leave comments on my videos, but, like, every now and then they do, or they DM me, and it's been really positive. I've been really happy with it. But, like, some dude rocked up with a comment, and the comment was like, why the fuck do you talk like that? And I gotta figure what he's driving at, but kind of just cheesed me off a little bit. It didn't really get me down, because I think this kid is just full of shit, but it was just like a really shitty thing to say. That's what my answer was. I was like, Why do you talk like that? I just like talk like what, dude? This is how I talk. This is my voice coming out of my mouth. I could go like dig up the comment, but yeah, pretty much. Why do you talk like that, TF? And as far as I know from the kids speak these days, the TF means the fuck. How do you do, fellow teens? I can speak your language. Yeah, it was just kind of shitty. It was a very like low key shitty thing, but it was still kind of shitty. I didn't like that. Oh god, I don't want to die. Hold on a second, I actually have to get through this room without dying. It's proving to be fairly difficult. Fucking fuck. But do I have a skateboard? I do not have a skateboard. Iron Mouse got that question on stream, and she was like, well, my mom and dad had sex, and as a result, I was born, and this is the voice they gave me. I love that. That's a good one. It's, like, I don't know, like, Kronos, it's weird, because I feel like our Little Big Planet hasn't been too bad. It certainly may have been. I don't know what it was like in the past, but it doesn't seem like we got a lot of people being outright jerks. Although this does remind me. Side note. So I was running through looking for levels for the archive show, and I ran across a level called Sushi Boy is a trans woman, and the level was just like, it was a completely empty create mode. Like, there was no objects in it. It didn't even have the decency that Bloodpool had of filling it with water and like one piece of material. And I'm kind of like, I mean, I know the Sushi Boy that they're probably referring to. There's probably not like a lot of Sushi Boy. Oh, this is actually in the game, Ludo. Somebody posted this, or somebody published this as a level. It's just kind of like, I assume that's supposed to be an insult, but it's also not. But also clearly somebody thinks it is. Very weird energy. Wow, they didn't use a slur. I don't know if it would be allowed by the whatchamacallit? Like the auto censor? The respectable bigot. They work for the Guardian. Oh fuck. I would like more red flies, but we really need the health, so I'm gonna take it. You could spell it differently, then again that requires thought. Yeah, there's definitely ways around the auto censor. And here's the weird thing is that trans woman, no space between the trans and woman. But there were also like a bunch of weird accent marks in the word, which feels like a thing that they would have done to get around the auto censor. So I'm wondering if trans woman itself is allowed by LBP. It's not something I've really like had cause to check. Hives is the Guardian, publication of respectable transphobia, and art critics who say that manga Wait, you say that manga and samurai rip off Star Wars. What the actual fuck? I did... What? What? They did not. I mean, clearly they did, or else he wouldn't be saying that, but, like... Are they high? Are they on the drugs? Do we need to call McGruff the crime dog? Because that seems very much like a the drugs kind of statement. I would really like Birthright. Can we get 10 coins? Oh, I think we're going to be close, but no cigar. Oh, I fucking hate it. We are 1 coin away. Birthright makes our red flies even more aggro, and it's hilarious. They sent their resident art critic to review the manga exhibition at the British Museum, and he said that it was a waste of time, and Vagabond, a period manga about samurai, is derivative of Star Wars. What? What? You gotta, like, I feel like you've really gotta miss the assignment to fuck up that well. That's almost impressive. Wow, though. Wow. They just went and said that, and then they published that in a journal of note. That's quite that's a choice that they made. Proof that I would be a great at newspaper journalism. I can come up with even better bait. Damn. Crossword is fun though. Is it one of those like weird double crosswords, Hive? Because I hate those. I don't know how to do them. That is my shame. I don't know how to do them, and they never print like fucking instructions. Like, this is how you do one of our weird double crosswords? It's just a crossword, and they host online, and it's fine. But they also have a cryptic, which I don't do. Okay. Is that what those are called? Like, the weird double crosswords are called cryptics? We now have agro fries? Excuse me, Nisco? Do you words? We have agro flies with an L. I miss doing the crosswords. That was like the best part of the teaching job, was doing the Sunday crosswords. Chow on that baby, flies! Flies eat babies. It is known. I do love blue caps, so we'll take that. I do not love this, so we will not take this. They have an app for smart devices, but that's paid. Do they have an app for foolish devices? Can I get the app on my coffee maker? I do not want smart devices in my life. Or at least any more than I have them already. I'm pretty sure even my laptop isn't quote-unquote smart. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Like, we buggered that one. That was buggered. Is it Shudder? Are you signing up for Shudder? I would totally get Shudder if it was available here in Japan. Cryptics are crosswords if the clues were written by the Fae, if the Fae were priggish and stuffy in the most unreasonably tiny way. So, like the Fae, basically. Shudder's American only. I hate that. I hate it so much. They're all like, you gotta get yourself a NordVPN so that you can watch Shudder, and I was like, no, I don't. I mean, I'm sure that it would improve my life for about 20 minutes, but I do not. Spoonbender, why is this run just not giving us any items that we could turn into flies? Is it because I got Birthright, and Birthright makes the flies awesome, that they refuse to actually give us anything we could turn into flies? Game, you need to work with me here. Game, I need you to work with me. That sucked. That also sucks. It's Sky Stars, which is Sky, the UK channel, and Stars, the American channel. But also it's basically has everything from all the B to C list American network services like Peacock, Paramount Plus, and stuff like that. Okie dokie. It's because you don't like Spoon Man. This is true. This is true, Hive. I do not respect Spoon Man as a song. And this is probably my curse for that. And I deserve it. Now I've got Spoon Man stuck in my head. But, at the very least, hey, I don't need to listen to the Beatles or Elvis or any of the hippy-drippy bullshit that they were playing at my work. And I love that. I never have to listen to Elvis again. My doll actually likes the Beatles, and this almost caused a fight when I started working at the curry shop. So I imagine if I go home to visit my parents ever, that my doll will probably play the Beatles on purpose, because he's kind of like that. They have Twin Peaks and it's €2 a month. That's... I mean... That would be worth at least like 1 month to watch Twin Peaks. Man. Alright, I think there should be a secret room. Wait, no. No, there's not. We were cheated. And not only were we cheated, but we checked that before, and there wasn't a secret room. So I don't know why I assumed there would be one now. Hive says it pisses me off to no extent that Hellraiser was a Hulu thing, except for territories where Hulu doesn't exist, so it's a Disney Plus thing. That's, I mean... I do feel like the Disney corporate structure could be a modern-day Lament configuration, so... Oh, wait. Like how Prey was on Disney Plus instead of Hulu over here, except for Australia, where Hellraiser isn't on Disney Plus, it's on Paramount Plus, or Binge, because of some corpo fuckery. I hate that. I hate that. And, I mean, at the very least, Hive, except for New Pinhead, you didn't really miss too much with Neo Hellraiser. It wasn't that good. I kind of feel like we need to move a little bit beyond the well, first off, we need to move a little bit beyond Thunderdome. That's usually that's a good thing to do. Kind of got to move a bit beyond the whole like I thought that the Cenobites would give me pleasure, but it was pleasure from their standards. Oh, how shocking. I am so shocked that this thing happened. It's like, yeah, like I dig it, but you kind of do that every Hellraiser story, and you need to go someplace with that now. Hive says, why is it some stuff on Hulu ends up on Disney Plus like normal, but then fucking Murdoch's BS means that some stuff ends up on Binge or Foxtel. Because he's still alive. And he needs to not be. Al says they also have Law and Order, so I watched the Havana Syndrome episode where Cuban microwave weapons make a woman... Oh, hold on a second. I gotta clear this room. Make a woman partner into a bad person. I mean, she's a woman, so, like... She was probably already halfway there to bad personhood. I mean, I'm gonna take it, because it's Play-Doh cookie, but... Again, I kind of would like to get some items to turn into flies. They didn't even give a Steam sale. Like assholes. You can also watch, like, the Furry Murder episode, because I know there's one of those. It was the Cuban microwaves? They did that. Did she try to cook a baked potato and leave the foil on? Because you're not supposed to do that. You're not, that's bad. Normally that just makes like the microwave explode and or catch on fire, but there is a 5% chance that it could turn you into the Joker. The very fact that a kink test on kinktest.org was written by the straightest findom in existence means that we need to keep releasing Hellraiser movies about kinksters could stand to not claim that their limited perspective is the be-all end-all of kink until they get it. I mean, okay, Hive, you're not wrong, but can't we just make like a PSA? Because I've got that message. I'm down with the thing that I am picking up what they are laying down, and I feel like I have been for a long time now, so I would kind of like, you know, the next step here. Like, maybe we could have a class. And we could have, like, McGruff the Kink Dog, because he's not doing anything these days, because they don't do Dare anymore. We could have McGruff the Kink Dog, like, kind of come in and teach them. And honestly, like, it's a better use of everyone's time. Oh, Alice, no, I totally, I remember the Havana Syndrome thing. I was just being goofy. I was totally just being a goof. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to introduce more confusion into the stream. Get 'em flies. Go flies. Go get your flies. I will definitely turn that into more flies. I love confusion. I do too. I'm a big fan. What if there's a Hellraiser where she's a Cenobite's taking the kink test? I mean, yeah. It can't be worse than any of the other Hellraisers. Like any of the direct-to-video ones? Okay. Yes, Hive? Is this like an okay that's announcing that you're gonna go to bed soon? If you need to go to bed soon, Hive, I totally understand. I love having you here as long as you are here, but like, if you gotta get the rest, like, no worries. Now, if this is like a Midwest goodbye where it takes you a couple of hours to actually get to the goodbye point, then I also support that because it's hilarious. You gotta stand in the doorway for like at least 20 minutes. There's like a point where you put on the jacket and you've got like the jacket half on. And like you're just getting ready to get your arm in the other sleeve. And you never quite get there. The starting signal is when you slap both hands down on your knees. Like, oh. Kind of lean in a little bit to do it. And that's the signal that you're starting the process of the Midwest goodbye. Hellraiser, where someone solves the lament configuration to summon the Cenobites so they can beta read your king test. Oh my god. The Cenobites would just be looking at each other like, what is this shit? What actually though is this shit? I do like Finger, but I'm gonna turn it into Flies instead. Now, we should hit the second item room too, because there's no way we're getting boss rush. There's no way we're making it to Hush, so we may as well. And we do need to remember to drop the left hand before we go to the chest. Because even though we don't get screwed with it so much anymore, the devil deals that come from the first room's red chest, they're not technically on pillars, so you can't immediately turn them into flies, and that sucks. We do want all the flies that we can get, and we do want to kill Mega Stan. I think that'll make up for losing that Judas run. Do I want to check that room? I mean, we may as well. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. That is actually really good. I had to sit and think for a second, but that's actually really good. That's less good. But we could sleep in the pea bed, and we can get all of our health back. And here we are with the water sports again. Just sleeping in the pea bed. Would you like to give us HP? That I could turn into the sweetest, juiciest fly? No? What is this stream even? I don't know! There was a bet it had pee on it. I didn't code the game. I don't know what Nicholas put their players through. Why am I do the actual swear? Just piss. It was just 99 cents. I spent the last 20 to 30 minutes sketching a braid. I mean, braids seem tough though. Kronos? They probably put them through IP theft and racism. Okay, that's, you know, you're probably right. And I hate that. Tyrone's the asshole, right? That's definitely a fly. Mom's eyeball is fine. They specifically wrote their contract with Pixel so they get signed away Cade's story without realizing it, and it was Tyrone, yeah. Tyrone was sure of continually racist. I remembered about the Kate Story stuff, and that is like that's a lot of bullshit. That is what they call in the business a fuck ton, a turducken of bullshit. Bloat, my friend, you are a fuck sword. Ooh, stapler. Maybe on Thursday I will not do the swear. Did you do a swear? I did. You said P. P is not a swear. I must have missed it, Hive. I mean, this is not a family-friendly stream, though. Oh, Alice. Alice. Sweet Alice. That is, wait, I did? Maybe I just didn't notice because I swear all the time, and it was about Murdoch? All of them! Hive, you know I wouldn't remember if I did a swear or not. Finally I can watch Pinhead makes an MMO again. Alice, the why? Oh, the all of them was about the Hellraisers, not about the swears? Okay. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Although it is true, Hive, you're not, like, particularly known for having the mouth like a sailor. Now that you mention it. You could, and totally should, if it doesn't make you uncomfortable. If it does, or it's not your style, in which case, like, no biggie. It shows Pinhead is a gamer. You know, like, okay, so, kind of a funny thing, though. Honestly, that is kind of canon to Hellraiser, because back in the Hellraiser comics, so they did the Hellraiser comics and then they released like 2 companion comics that were sort of in between, like, comic-sized, and they were comic-sized, but they were kind of graphic novel quality in the, like, the paper stock and the cover stock that were called Book of the Damned 1 and 2, I think. And basically Book of the Damned just took little bits that were shown in the Hellraiser comic and kind of gave a little extra backstory for them, kind of like cut them out and isolated them. And one of the bits that they had in there was an advertisement, like an in-universe advertisement for a video game made by the Cenobites, and it was, I think it was Marvel Comics, Alice? I'm pretty sure, because it crossed over with the Nightbreed comics, and the Nightbreed comics were Marvel. This would have been, like, somewhere before 96, because I picked up the comic when I was still in high school. Angels to Some, Demons to Others was actually about how Pinhead was a pro gamer, but just incredibly toxic. Yeah, I could see it. You know, like, Pinhead, you know, they try to play Pinhead as all, like, mysterious and mystical, but the more he shows up, the more he just seems kind of like a douche. So Pinhead being a toxic gamer is, I feel like it is absolutely there. Also, I mean, according to movie canon, Pinhead did serve with the British Army in India, which seems like a lot. That seems like Pinhead probably got up to a lot, and I hate that. I hate that. Every time I hear Pinhead, it defaults to Pinhead Larry. I do not know who this Pinhead Larry is, but... Hive says he carries his team, but is just incredibly racist to the opposing team. Oh yeah, I could totally see that. In Douglas Bradley's, like, whole stentorian voice, yeah.
Soul of Eden.
Oh, well, that's useless to us. I guess it's a fly now. Pinhead signed on to Panda Gaming. Quill would never have Pinhead on her team. Quill wouldn't put up with that shit. Oh, wrong Panda Gaming, gotcha. Also, along with, like, Pinhead probably being at least low-key racist, like, reading, whatchamacallit, the Scarlet Gospels, and he's kind of a whingy bitch. Like, he honestly is. I'll DM you a vid you can watch after stream, and hopefully it's not region locked like everything else on Earth. More and more shit is region locked and I hate it. Are you gonna, like, charge me, baby? Oh, do you just, like, not charge the sub item? What the fuck? I hate that. Sometimes I wonder if Barker, like, deliberately wrote Scarlet Gospels to be just as crap as possible as a way to kind of... But I know that's not the case because, like, it's been in interviews that was kind of like a labor of love for him, but it's just so bad, it almost retroactively makes Hellbound Heart bad. Also, unfortunately, I forgot to inform that Neko Navy was on sale like a week ago. I mean, it'll be on sale again, though. Kronos, I feel like you're probably pretty safe with that one. Okay, we need to stop taking damage, because this is just not working for us. Neko Navy would never be a toxic gamer. Neko Navy would be a very supportive streamer. Neko Navy would say trans rights, but actually mean it. Neko Navy would put their money where their mouth was. Do I want this? It's a damage up, and I do like damage ups, so I think the answer is yes. And since we only have one bomb, we're gonna try to fight both statues. Then why was Neko Navy mean to me when I played it? Were you being rude to other people in the game? It's the Navy. It's an anarchist Navy. I feel like you're pretty safe with it. I was being bad at it. Are you sure that it was Neko Navy? It wasn't a pretender to the throne? Just like in the Spanish Civil War. It's rude to not let... Okay, Ludo, I feel like we're starting to see some of the cracks in the argument appear here. I kind of feel like that maybe when you say that you were being a good player, and that Neko Navy was rude to you, that maybe that is... It's true from a certain point of view. It's very Obi-Wan Kenobi truth. Neko Navy needs an easy mode for me specifically. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't argue with that. I think that a lot of games would benefit from an easy mode for accessibility purposes. Which is not like a hot take, and I doubt it's particularly surprising that I said that. Ghetto! Oh, that's great. Honestly? Ghetto! Now, do we... We don't have any other guppy items, so let's make this a fly. I'll make mine a fly tonight. Ooh, magic skin. More flies. My skin crawls with flies. Okay, but we do need to kind of wrap this up, wrap this run up soon. So, hopefully, the next floor is not going to be too much of a pain. Are you fucking kidding me? If they give us all the guppy items on this floor, and I just turn them down because, like, oh, I'm not going to get guppy. Why would I think I was going to get guppy? I'm going to be a little bit cheesed off. Just a little bit. I feel like that's not particularly fair. The Gumby items. I mean, the Gumby transformation would be probably pretty cool. I imagine there would be like an active room charge to summon Pokey. And Pokey would just come in and say, I fucked your mom. And that would be all that happened. I don't know if we've got any other, like, JTHM fans in the chat, but... To anybody who's not a JTHM fan, sorry about that joke. It probably doesn't make any sense. Chrono says I'm on board for accessibility in my video games, although all games should be playable by everyone. I'm a bit put off by, there has to be a line in the sand somewhere. Oh, that all Pokey would do would be to come in and say I fucked your mom. Because when Nia is watching, there's a scene where Nia is watching Gumby at the end of one of the comics, and it's just like, that's just, oh, it's the voice line, you fucked your wife. No, I'm pretty sure it's I fucked your mom. I'm gonna have to check. You might be right, I might be misremembering this. Oh, that's a nostalgia critic thing. Okay. As to what you're saying, Kronos, like, I don't know, like, where is the where would you draw a line? And this is, I don't want this to be a hard poke at you, especially so late in the stream. But when you say that there's got to be a line in the sand, like, as far as making games accessible to literally everyone, like, what would your image of that line be? It's not a nostalgia critic game. I should hope so. I feel like nostalgia critic the video game would be a little bit much. I guess to kind of like loop back very briefly to because again, like, we don't really have a ton of time left, but to what you were saying, Kronos, like, to me, as long as they're options, then I do think that we should get as much as is technically possible. Like, when I say technically here, I mean like within our technical capabilities to accommodate players, because Like, you can always turn off the option if it's not something that you personally need. I think I'll take that. The biggest strength of Jurassic World Dominion is that in spite of its script, wanting nothing to do with dinosaurs, the film features some of the most visually diverse and fully realized dinosaurs ever put to film. Narrator of the video goes on to list 3 animals that aren't dinosaurs. I hate that. I think this is from Kronos. Let me just quick scroll up to catch name. Accessibility, this is from Kronos. Accessibility is a spectrum. Accessibility features in PtaER, for example, aren't quite the same as just putting an easy mode in for Enter the Gungeon. And Ludo says you could slow down Gungeon to the point where it's an easy mode, right? Or do I misremember that? If you can do that, Ludo, I don't know how. Which is not to say it's not possible, just that I didn't really futz around too much with the options menu. Called offers chat fresh hamburgers with pleasantly salty sesame steaks. That sounds so fucking good. Called? I haven't had a decent hamburger in I honestly don't remember anymore. Alright, let's bang off Megastan. Oh no, you're okay, Ludo. Don't worry about it. I really need to get back to Celeste and try it with the accessibility modes because, like, I always forget where they are and how to access them, which I think I've mentioned this before, but it does feel like it makes Celeste even more of a metaphor for my transition. And I hate that. For all its fault, PtaER 2 did a lot accessibility-wise. I have heard, like, really good things about the accessibility options for PtaER 2. It's very much a mood, Ludo. I do feel like, while there are, like, institutional and, like, distinct financial issues that make transition more difficult for me, that there's probably like at least 40% of the difficulties in my life are most likely self-caused and are because there is help available, but I either don't realize that there's help available, I realize it but I don't know how to get at it, or I'm just obstinate and stubborn and I refuse to take it. And that is totally on me. And I hate it. I really deeply, deeply hate it, but I have not yet seemed to find a way to square this circle. PtaER 2 is what I'm calling it from now on. I mean, you should though, honestly. It is a perfectly cromulent name. PtaER and PtaER 2, which are, by the way, completely different from 2 and 2.2. You are fucking kidding me. They sent us to Delirium. Also, I would like to point out that we could have gotten Guppy. Because, of course we could have. Of course we could have. One of my favorites from you is turning Evil Within 2 to 2.2. It's appropriate. And it makes me happy that you have a favorite from me, Kronos. Like, honestly, I have the biggest smile on my face right now. Oh, Claire, you're like perfect timing because we're on the void of our last run of the stream. So this is probably like a good 15 or 20 minutes left. But it is lovely to have you, and I hope that you're doing very well tonight. Hope that life is not being a jerk. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, we've got 15 to 20 minutes left in the stream. Delirium is first boss. How though? Do you really want me to be that like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for work tomorrow? Game? That doesn't make any sense. Finish a crochet project for now anyways. I still need to block. And I don't know what to work on now. Wait, now, with the blocking, is that like, is it a crouching block? Or is it, can you do a standing block? Is that okay? Work on drinking some water. I mean, Kronos, that's not bad advice, honestly. A friend brought me nicotine patches, I'm blessed. Ludo, are you working on quitting smoking? Or are you just like doubling your nicotine intake? If you are working on quitting smoking, that's wonderful, and you have all the support that we could render. And if it would help, I could not talk about smoking in chat. I can't smoke because of the COVID. Oh, okay. Okay. Claire says, I mean, I'm gonna lay it down and stretch it out. Make it keep that shape. Oh, that kind of blocking. I thought this was like fighting game stuff, Claire. I thought maybe... Okay, I didn't actually think that. I was just making a silly joke. I'm just a silly squirrel making a silly joke. Cause I know there's a lot of fighting game folks in the chat is all. Well, I thought that was gonna take a lot longer than it did, but a crochet fighting character would rule though. It would. You're a sweetie, Claire. Thank you. What? You know, like... This is like the evil twin to the Isaac run that we did last Monday? Or the Isaac stream we did last Monday? Like... I know the runs were shit. Like, just RNG was terrible and my play was terrible, but I also kind of feel like I was in a really weirdly sludgy place last Monday. And I think I remember why. And this run has just been like, it's been bubbly, effervescent. It's been chaos. We talked about water sports. This was such a nice night. And I really, really super appreciate it. Because I couldn't do this all on my own. What would I even talk about? I mean, I know what I talk about because I record Isaac about 1 billion times a week. Which, you know, I might have mentioned this in a stream before, but I'm gonna have a cigarette so we have at least a little bit of extra time to talk just a little bit. But I might be ending my Isaac recordings for YouTube, not the Isaac streams, because like we always need like an easy roguelite to just toss in, but for the actual like the YouTube stuff, I think I might put the Isaac series to bed. It's not that I don't enjoy it. I do, but I don't know. I kind of feel like I say stuff in the Isaac series that maybe I like just ought to keep to myself a little bit more. Sometimes it's like a lot more personal than I maybe should just be laying out there on the internet, even if it is obscured by the fact that I've got it running at double speed. And I'm taking on that new LBP project, and I'm looking to make that an actual daily upload, so I'm kind of kicking the tires on that idea, but Maybe you need a blog or a diary instead. I mean, I do have Tumblr. My issue with Tumblr, like, there actually have been a couple of things that I've wanted to kind of semi-log form blog out in Tumblr, but at least heretofore, they've been things that I've been thinking about a lot, like, while I've been at work, and then by the time I, like, get home and sit in front of the computer, I just, either the ideas are gone, or I don't have the brain capacity to string them together in a useful way. Tumblr, simultaneously a trash fire and repository for incredible creativity. There's some, I've seen some pretty nifty art on the Tumblrs called. I've seen some nice, like, nice writing about, like, queer topics and queer issues that I've liked. Some real, like, positivity for trans men, which I almost feel like, and this is probably has a lot to do with who I was following on the Twitters, but, like, I feel like there's a lot of focus on trans women, both in the positive and the negative. Like, we feel very visible, and I do feel like trans men and non-binary folks get a lot of short shrift. So it is nice to see, like, to go down the recommended for you stuff and see, like, a couple chunky posts about, like, trans men's issues. I thought that was really cool. But I'm enjoying Tumblr. I'm still kind of figuring out how I want to engage with it and to what extent I want to engage with it. It's nice to see that, yeah, it's really nice to see that. Because I feel like there's, and part of it's just like there's just like so much vitriol that's very publicly directed towards trans women that, like, it sucks all the conversational air out of the room for trans men and trans non-binary, like, issues and what folks deal with and kind of support that they need. And that is not fair. Now, I don't want public vitriol to be heaped upon trans men either, or non-binary folks either. I'd like a decrease of vitriol, thank you very much. But an increase in support and an increase in recognition, I think, is definitely a nice thing. But yeah, the Isaac is, the YouTube Isaac stuff is probably, like, having said it out loud, and it's like, yeah, it's time, I think. I think what I might do is round out, like, a couple of more episodes to end on an even number, and then give, like, a 1 month period. If anybody wants to watch that shit, go to town, and then maybe just take the videos down and just be like, that was nice, it was a good phase. 6 years of recording Isaac on a daily schedule. I'm happy with it, but, like, I wouldn't mind the channel being just all LBP stuff. It's not even really a split the audience kind of thing, because I don't really have an audience, but I don't know. It feels a little bit weird to have them both in the same spot. The Twitter is also, this is something I've got to figure out, because like I finally found the use case for Twitter, and it's to let people know that I'm not streaming, like when I'm not streaming if something comes up as an emergency. And I kind of, on one hand, I want that ability to contact, conceivably, depending on what other people's timelines look like, to conceivably be able to contact everybody about like a stream not being held on a certain night. And since I don't have the spoons to run my own Discord, and I don't, like that's not even an option, it kind of is Twitter, but I really kind of want to deactivate my Twitter account. So, like, absolutely, yeah, don't. I couldn't. I thought about it, like, and really it was like, it was about a 2-minute think. It was just like, what would really even the purpose be? Do I really want to ask folks to sign on to another Discord, even if it's not particularly active? I don't have the spoons to moderate it. And that's just a simple thing, but I wouldn't want to ask folks. Like, it's one thing that, like, I've got you and Kronos here as mods on a stream, like, because it's kind of like a scheduled thing, but the stream finishes and you don't have to be here for it if you've got stuff coming up. But like, I kind of feel like if you've got a Discord, you've got to kind of keep an eye on it all the time, just, you know, to make sure that it's not turning into LBP Home. I think it was LBP Home or LBP Workshop where it just devolved into they were straight up posting gore pics, which, you know, I do love me some gore, but it doesn't really seem appropriate. So Discord's is not an option. But yeah, I don't know, but I do know that regardless of what or if I come up with another option for contacting people aside from Twitter, like my Twitter account's days are pretty numbered. That's gonna go away too. But that's probably like maybe that'll be the end of year resolution. Will be like start 2023 without Twitter. And that doesn't seem so bad. Particularly with how it is right now, I do kind of feel like I've gotten everything out of Twitter, or almost everything out of Twitter, that I could reasonably expect. I mean, to be honest, far more than anybody should have reasonably been able to expect. But it is the trashiest of trash fires right now, so not super wanting that. And I think that is the extent of our administrata for the evening, which means that I do need to be putting a bow on this, because I do need to be waking my ass up early tomorrow. Tomorrow's got to be an early ass wake up. So why don't we start drawing down? Thursday stream will be, I honestly don't know right now. Maybe Risk of Rain 2, but that's a maybe. Thank you, Ludo. It is always wonderful to have you here. Please do be taking care of yourself as much as you can. I mean, I know that it's a little bit limited as to actually how much you can do WRT the COVID, but I want to see you coming out the sunny side of it. That's really important to me, so please with that one. Is this an electricity bill? Oh fuck, it is. That's why they've been contacting me. Shit. Well, not gonna worry about that, because that bill can't be paid. But yes, we will hopefully see you all on Thursday, but that pretty much does it for us here at Disco About. So, from me, Disco, here in Tokyo, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, sayonara, see you and ciao.